Funding for Pierre Frenet's Cuisine Rapide is made possible by Caroline Importers Limited, Teaneck, New Jersey.
And now, Pierre Frenet.
Welcome to my kitchen and welcome to Cuisine Rapide. Today I'm going to do something which is easy to do and elegant at the same time. I'm going to cook duck. What I have here, the duck I'm going to cook is going to be with juniper berry and apple, something very different than the usual roast duck. Now, what we need here is a good duck. I have two kinds of ducks here. I have the Long Island duck, or Peking duck, or whatever it's called. It's a fatty duck. In Long Island, we have no more ducks, so they come from Virginia, or they come from Pennsylvania, or even Michigan. Okay, now this duck, as you could see, is very fatty. It weighs about 5.5 to 6 pounds, and a lot of fat. This one is another duck. It's called a Muscovy duck. It's not something new. They've been around for a long time, but nobody, they were not discovered until the last few years. That duck weighed about 3.5 pounds or 3 pounds sometimes. This one is 3.5. It's very different. The taste is different, less skin, but it's the meat is a little more kind of like the mallard duck, the wild duck. It's got a very little gamey taste, but not too much. I'm going to show you, and because, this duck I'm going to do is going to cook so fast that a lot of people, they don't want to cook duck because it takes a long time. A duck like this has to be roasted for 1.5 hours or maybe 2 hours sometimes. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what I do. First, I cut the wing. Okay, I'm going to make 4 pieces out of this. Next thing, I have a sharp knife here. I just cut the skin between the leg and the breast. I go around this, follow the bone, just pull. Okay, now, if it's a little bit too much fat here, you could trim some a little bit. Okay, the other thing you do, you have to break at the joint here. See, that's the trick. It's going to cook faster that way. Okay, I'm going to show you the other one now, the other leg. Same thing. Just cut in between the skin, pull it out at the joint, and you keep talking here. Corey, I'm sorry. And here, to break it, see that piece of fat here? That's where the joint is. So it's very simple. See, right in there, okay? Little too much fat here, so we remove it. The next thing I'm going to do is the breast. Right here, you cut between, right in here, right the breastbone here, on either side, like the bone here, you cut this way, you have to cut against the bone all the time. You cut all the way down like this here. Next thing, you follow the bone, and you see here you have the wishbone here. So your knife follow the wishbone all straight down to the joint, to the wing joint. See, it's broken. So you pull, you have to be careful. There's a nice piece of meat here, it's called the fillet. We want to keep that on the breast. So you pull. Okay. All right. We do the same thing on the other side. You could make sure it's cut all the way here. You follow the breastbone. You keep sliding with your knife around here, all the way down to the joint. Here, see, it's easy. If you want, you have to find the joint. If you want to cut the bone with that knife, you won't do it, So follow the joint. It's easy. All you have to do is follow the bone, and you're going to find the joint. You pull, you cut, you pull, and that's it. Now, okay, we got 4 pieces of duck here, 2 wings, 2 breast. Okay. Now, salt and pepper on both sides. very little salt on both sides, like I say. Okay. Now the pan is very hot. I have no fat in here, see? So I'm taking the skin up like this, and I'll just rub the pan like this at the bottom to get some fat. Okay? Same thing with the legs, and so on. Okay. I got the duck cooking nicely here. You have to keep moving those things around here. It cooks about 20, 25 minutes. All right, now, I got asparagus. I'm going to serve asparagus. They're going to be cooking for 3 or 4 minutes. I'm going to show you how to peel asparagus because to me it's a must. Now, it's very simple. There's a reason for that. Because the asparagus has to be peeled because the skin here on that side here is tougher than here. Many recipes, some people, they say don't bother to peel the asparagus. I don't agree with this. That's the reason I don't agree because of that. So I'm just going to peel them like this. All around, you turn them with your left hand. See, that's very easy. And you cut them to the right length you want, like this. Now, this you don't throw away. You could make a nice asparagus soup. Okay? Now, I want to turn this, see what it's doing here. We want to turn that because you have to keep them moving around all the time. All right? This is going to cook for about 20 minutes. I have some already here, which I'm going to show you what to do with it. Now, basically, they are cooked. We don't want to overcook them, especially the breast. We want to keep it rare, you know, or well done or medium rare, depends what you want to do. Now, those asparagus here, I'm going to drain them. Right here. We make sure we drain them. Good. Put it back in the pot. And I'm just going to brush them later on with some butter. The duck is cooked. I'm going to remove the leg and the breast. Now we have a little too much fat with this here. So I'm going to take some of the fat off. We want to pour the fat off this way, pour the fat off this way. We want to leave some dripping in the bottom here. We don't want to pour off everything here. So to this, I'm going to add about 10 or 12 juniper berry. Give it a very nice flavor. To this, I'm going to add some gin, good gin. Put about a quarter cup. Ah, we want to flambe. That's the way to do it. Put a little more. I like the flame. All right. Now, to this, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of butter. We want to melt the butter. About a tablespoon of brown sugar, right in here. We're going to bind this together. We're going to scrape the bottom because this is where all the goodies of the ducks are, right in here. Okay, you see, it looks very nice. It's got a nice color. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of white wine vinegar. Don't use raspberry or blueberry vinegar. It's too sweet. I don't like the flavor, especially with the gin. All right. We're going to put about a half a cup or 3/4 cup of a chicken's broth or dog broth that we made. We're going to cook this. It's got to reduce. We're going to reduce it by half. I'm going to show you a single serving. I have the dog breast here. I'm going to slice it. I want to do that right here. Slice it. You should remove the skin. I think I want to remove the skin because we don't want the fat. It's the fatty side of the skin here, see? If you like the skin, you could have it, no problem, but it's a little fatty. Now I'm going to slice the breast of duck in an angle like this. That duck is about 4 servings. You could give, a mixture of dark meat and white breast meat. Okay. Now, here, again, I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of butter, a little bit of butter. I want that butter flavor to come through. All you have to do, when it's reducing like this, put it out the fire, very important. We don't want this to cook we don't want the butter to boil because it may break down, so the sauce is going to separate. We don't want that. Shoot some butter just to bind it. Okay? That's done. I'm going to go back to the breast of duck here, which I'm cut in some little slices. You arrange them any way you want on the plate in a pattern, nice pattern. Okay. I'm going to put some apple here, which I have here. You make a little design, about 3-4 apples here, like this. I got some of asparagus, and the asparagus, what I do, I just brush them with a little bit of butter. Little salt and pepper and butter. I have to put some salt here. I think I put salt in the water. I'm not going to do that. If you like salt, you put more. Just freshly ground pepper. I'm going to put few asparagus like this on each side. Okay, maybe I put, I think a few more here, right here. One more here on top here, okay? Now I'm going to top this with some of that good sauce, which is a few juniper berry over like this. See, the sauce, you don't need much of it. I would say about 2 tablespoons or 3 per serving. I have enough for 3 more here. I'm going to clean that up a little bit. We want to make that very neat. Okay. And this is it. That's my duck recipe, easy and elegant. And believe me, it's great.
Easy and elegant duckling with apples and juniper berries. Next up, behind the scenes. This time, a return to Lion d'Or in Washington, D.C. The setting at Lion d'Or suggests a comfortable elegance, a theme that's reflected in the food served there. Chef Jean-Pierre Goyenval's cooking deftly combines country simplicity with a continental sophistication. And now we join Pierre and Chef Goyenval.
All right, Jean-Pierre, you're going to turn this lobster to a soufflé?
Of course, we're going to try, yes.
I like to see that.
Okay, with pleasure.
It's a great lobster. It's very much alive, you know?
Okay. Well, the first thing we have to do, of course, is to remove the meat from that lobster. And so you crack open the lobster tail, and after with a spoon you remove the meat from that lobster. And here you have about 2 lobsters. Okay, we're going to prepare the paste for that lobster soufflé. So the first thing we'll do will to put the lobster meat in a kitchen...
That's a food processor.
Food processor, yes. And we add just 1 egg white, so this helps to keep it together. And it will run better like this. See, you turn it on, and this should take about 30 seconds, sometimes a little longer, you know, until it makes really a puree, and you see, it's very easy, no work.
And there's no salt, it's just egg white.
Just egg white and the lobster tail, you see, it's done already. And now we're going to put that back in a bowl and add the cream to it.
d'accord.
little at a time, and you mix it well, and when it's well incorporated, you can add a little bit more.
It's binding, you look at that.
Oh, yes, sure.
And no seasoning yet.
No, the seasoning I always like to put at the end because it's, you control better what...
It's very important to put that in a bed of ice.
Yes.
So it binds.
Okay, a little more cream now.
All right, so I think altogether you put about half a cup.
Well, and a little bit more. Sure, that's fine. That should
That's
be
heavy
all right.
cream, right?
It's heavy cream, yes. This one is quite...
That cream looks great, you know?
Yes, you can use the creme fraiche. It's,
Well, that
it's
no,
good.
doesn't look like the regular heavy cream.
Well, this one is a little richer in fat content, really.
But
so it's,
much butter fat, right?
Yes, that's right. Okay, now we have that lobster paste which is ready, and you want to keep it, this is something that you make in advance.
I see.
And so you have your best for your lobster, and you're going to keep that for about an hour in the refrigerator.
So, Jean-Pierre, the mixture is cool enough?
Yes, now everything is ready. We have our rest, and we are ready to proceed with the lobster soufflé. So I'm getting the paste out of the...
I'm the egg white for you, right?
Oh, that's very nice. They look good.
They look
okay,
good.
And you see the paste now, it's a little thicker, and you see it's holding up very well.
Yeah.
And, the timing is not really important, but at least 1 hour in the refrigeration
So
to get the thing real
You could make
cold.
that ahead of time.
Oh,
and
yes. You make everything ahead of time. And now we're going to finish the soufflé.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to take a little of the egg white, and this, I'm going to mix it real well. See, you take a whip, and so you mix it.
Yeah.
So it's well incorporated and
Well
it's
blended.
softer, well blended.
Yeah.
And now we're ready to add the egg white, but the rest of the egg white will be added, and we have to mix it delicately.
Then you
Not
put
to break the-
seasoning in your egg white with
Yes,
salt?
yes, we need to put a little salt and pepper in that
Yeah.
lobster soufflé. Okay.
All right, very little. You could do that before, right?
Yes, that's right. And we mix delicately, so all the egg
You
white.
fold it in
Yes.
very nicely.
Yeah, just like a regular soufflé.
Yeah, and
And
you boil, you get a lot of butter.
Yes, you
Grease it
butter.
with butter.
Yes, with butter, and make sure it's well buttered. Otherwise, the lobster will stick,
Yeah.
and you have difficulty to remove it.
I like the shape of those souffle balls.
Yes,
yeah.
well, it's you could make them any shape you want.
They work
but-
in a round bowl too.
Yes,
right?
that's right.
Right.
Okay, and with that stuff, we're gonna fill up the mold, and you take the mold and fill it up with a.
All the way to the top.
Yes, all the way to the top, and you pound it a little bit so.
So
it's-
you make sure it's even.
Yes, it's even. Take another bowl and fill it up
Ah,
like this, and with a spatula you level it up.
level it up.
Yes. And you put it in a double boiler. The water is hot, almost boiling. And, we put a pepper to stabilize everything.
So that way they
Yeah,
won't
they
move
don't
around.
move too much around.
Wanna-
And you see we have those soufflé ready.
In the oven
now
now.
we are ready to bake them in the oven. So
How long you
take
bake them, Jean-Pierre?
Well, it will take about 4 minutes, and at a rather hot oven.
Well,
And you
put
see,
450, something like
that's
that.
right.
Yeah.
Now the soufflé should be ready.
It should be ready, yeah.
Oh,
huh?
yes, we should get
let's
that
see.
out of the oven. Oh, look at that. They look
Oh my
beautiful.
God, they're beautiful.
Look at that.
All right.
Isn't that nice, huh?
Okay.
So, just to finish the product now, if you want to pass me the sauce,
sir.
what we're going to do, we're
Yes,
going to
sir.
all mold. Gee, what a sous chef. Look
You're
at that.
very good commis, you know.
Look at that. And we are going to all
The
mold.
price is right, too.
Oh, good. Okay, we unmold those soufflé. Look at
Oh,
that.
beautiful,
It's beautiful, huh? And the
And-
smell. Can you smell that?
Oh, I love that lobster
wow.
flavor, the red. This is the key.
Yeah, that's
When
right.
you get the souffle or any kind of food in front of you, the flavor.
And now you just pour a little sauce on top of it.
How much you put, like,
Well,
what, four tablespoons?
Yes, oh yeah, this is about 2 ounces on
Yeah.
each serving.
Yeah, a couple of tablespoons.
Voila. And we put that back in the oven.
For how long?
Oh, this will take about 2 minutes now.
2 minutes.
And they are ready to serve. And, now at that point, the souffle, as soon as they are ready, they will be, they need to be served.
Jean-Pierre, I can't wait, I want to test them. They're
I'm
ready?
sure,
2
I'm sure
minutes
they're
are up,
ready. 2
let's
minutes
see.
are up, and now they are ready. So, oh, look at that. Isn't that nice?
Beautiful.
Oh, wow. Look
The
at it.
bubbling,
Oh, yes.
the simmering.
Uh-huh. Look at that. Well, this one is for you. Let me get the
Oh,
other
look at
one.
that. I can't wait.
And
Yeah,
this one is for me.
All right.
Okay. And we should test. Okay, you have your spoon?
Yeah,
Okay. Let me get my
Oh, it's hot.
fork and... yes, this is very hot.
Mmm.
Oh, it's boiling in the plate.
Look, the texture, the flavor,
Mm.
the taste.
Mm.
I'm going to have
That's
another
very-
bite. All right?
And
Oh.
maybe you can have a little wine with it too. There you are. Bon appétit.
Pierre,
À ta
thank you
santé.
very, very much. À la
Ma
tienne.
pleasure. Et bonne
And
santé.
this is great. Thank you.
Merci.
The incredible lobster souffle from Leon d'Or. Now back to Pierre in the kitchen.
My next recipe on easy, elegant food is going to be a banana rum crepe. I'm going to show you how to do crepe. Crepe basically are easy to do, but it takes little preparation. It does not require too much ingredient. I need half a cup of flour here, 1 large egg, a teaspoon of sugar, very little, a pinch of salt, which I have over here. We're going to mix this very well, and to this, I'm going to add 3/4 cup of milk. Okay? I'm using a whisk because we don't want any lumps. So you go very fast with the whisk. Make sure there's no lump. If you got lumps, all you have to do, you strain it. To this, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of melted butter, which I have here. About a half a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay. We mix this well, very, very well. And with this, I'm going to use banana. So what we need is 2 cups of banana, which are sliced already here. I have right here. I'm going to add about some sugar. I got 2 tablespoons of butter and a tablespoon of sugar right here. So we're going to cook this for a while over the fire and just saute very briefly. Now, I'm going to show you to make crepe. I have some batter here that my friend Maurice and Jean made up for me. The batter has to rest at least an hour. You could do it the day before, but make sure you put plastic wrap over, you keep it in the refrigerator. Now, I got some batter here that's made up. So what we need here, I got a pan here, a Teflon pan. It's Teflon coated, it's cast iron. So I'm going to show you to do crepe with this pan. You put some, I got a little bit coat of butter in here. You go around, and we're going to cook the crepe. Right here, I have another pan, which is a steel pan, black steel. And again, here the same thing. We're going to put some butter. We have to make sure that the pan is nice and hot. This takes a while. Many times, it's very difficult to do a crepe the first time with the pan. Okay. Now, I think my first crepe is ready. I'm going to flip it for you. It is ready. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you, I'm going to make another one here with this, I have a black steel pan here, which I'm going to put some butter, a little bit of butter. When the pan starts to smoke like this, it should be ready. So I'm going to show you what to do with this. We take this, again, the same idea. You go around, and that's about right. Okay. We're going to put that here. Now, let's see what happened to this one. Crepe are easy to do, fun to do. When I was an apprentice in France many years ago, we used to have, we made so many, that it was kind of boring. So we make bets. We had a game to do it, to flip them over, we blindfolded. So I'm going to try to do one here. I'm not going to be blindfolded, but you have to trust me. I'm going to try to flip it, my eyes closed. Okay, I did it. Okay, there's one more made. Now, little bit, I'll show you again. little butter. The batter. We turn it, we turn it, we turn it until it's all cover the bottom of the pan. I have one here, which is made. I'm gonna flip it. Now, if you cannot flip it like I'm doing, you could do it with a spatula. Okay. Now, I have some crepe already made here. I'm going to put them over here. I'm going to show you how to fill the crepe, to fill them up. I put some crepes filling, banana filling right over here, a little bit. We're going to roll them like this. Put one more here, like this. I'm going to do one more. Okay, a little bit more here. Just fill them up, you roll them up. Put one right here. Now, to this, I got some cream which is hot, kind of boiling over. We don't want it to boil. We want that cream to be just right, a little warm. I'm going to put the cream here. A little bit of sugar. And I'm going to flambe this with rum. I have a dark rum here. Just put some, just put as much as you want. Come on, flambe. That's the way. We don't want to flambe that too much for too long, because all the alcohol is going to disappear, it's going to burn out, and we serve it that way, bubbling, like this. So, that's my crepe recipe for today. I hope you're going to enjoy yourself with crepe. I hope to see you soon in Cuisine Rapide.
Banana crepes flambéed with rum. Another easy, elegant recipe from Pierre Frenet's Cuisine Rapide.
This has been the last episode of Pierre Frenet's Cuisine Rapide. Tune in next week at noon for Très Alice.